All right. A little bit about me. My name is Rada. I am the design director of KnightHacks. I'm also the president of ACM SIGGRAPH at UCF. It's a computer graphics big conference, international event that they do every year. And they have animation festivals, the newest technology showcase. It's really cool. My design team created the website, the one that you see with the boat going through different backgrounds. Yeah, we created that, and with the help with the development team too. All right, let me know if you need help installing the Adobe XD program. All right. I wrote down the instructions in the top of the chat. Installing, good. All right, let me see if I can do it here. All right, new window. All right, if you want help, creativecloud.adobe.com. Can you see my screen? Can you read it well? All right, so this is the website you have to get, you have to access. First of all, you have to sign in. Then you go on the top left, click on apps. You'll see a bunch of programs. The pink icon, Adobe XD, it has to say install. And then you open. Hi, everyone. I'm glad to see you here. All right. Hey, Perla. Hello, Harold. All right. Does anyone have any trouble installing the Adobe XD program? So far, so good. Pretty straightforward. Hello. Okay. It'll take a little bit. And then, do you have the link? Oh, thanks for pinning the link. The Drive Google, the Google Drive link has the assets that you will need to create whatever we'll create in a few minutes in Adobe XD. Those will be the images and buttons and all the stuff. All right, so does anyone know what UI UX is? The design in Adobe XD. Do you know what Adobe XD does? All right. I'll take that as a, I don't know. So Adobe XD, no clue. Yeah, so UI UX is creating prototypes, like high fidelity prototypes for your products. Yes, prototyping. And yeah, if you want to create, for example, an app, a website, a web application, yes, something like that, you have to create a prototype so you can test it with users, or you can present it with the the directors and the people in the higher positions, so they can give you feedback, they can change things, and especially the users and focus groups, they will tell you what they like about it, what they don't like, what is comfortable, what is intuitive, what they don't understand. And that way you can change the design and later create a much better product. So it's very user-based, and at the same time, it helps the company get more people to use their product, or even drive business. So did everyone install their Adobe XD program? Awesome, thanks, Jose. Instructions again in the chat. 80%, okay. I'll wait a few more minutes. And does everyone have the Google Drive link? It's pinned in the chat. Jose, is the other one also, is the link to the Google Drive? Perfect. Awesome. So when you open Adobe XD, it's gonna look kind of like this. That's with the newest update. If you have a older version, it might look a little different. But if you're installing it now, then you have the latest version. All right, does everyone have the Adobe XD program, and is everyone ready to start? Write in the chat, please. Yes. Robert is ready. Anyone else? Yes. Okay, let's go. Awesome. So open the Adobe XD program in that website, or if you have the Adobe Creative Cloud application on the top. This is for the Mac. I'm not sure how Windows has it. Maybe it's on the bottom. Or it's on the desktop, I think. The icon kind of looks like this. And then you open the app. Let me see the chat. Okay. You open the app, and then we have it here. This is what you're going to see. Click on the iPhone XS 11 Pro, and it will take you to a new page. Feel free to ask questions in the chat if you don't understand. Okay. So can everyone see my screen? All right. So go to the assets in Google Drive. You can actually drag and drop. But first, better download the assets on your computer. That will be easier. Did everyone download the assets on their computer? Please download the assets. That would be great. All right. The chat, I'm looking at the chat if everyone, okay. So once you have the screen, this is gonna be your artboard. We want to recreate Instagram app. So you import an asset. That's gonna be the reference. So go to the assets folder, references, and click on the Insta homepage. Put it separate on a different, outside of the artboard, put it separately. I blurred the logo because of copyright. We don't know if they're gonna sue us, but it's for educational purposes. So we're gonna recreate this. This is a screenshot from my own page. If you wanna see the my Instagram artwork. Oh, sorry, glitching. Sorry, my computer just froze. This is my Instagram page. So we're gonna recreate this page. And also, if you import another page, because we want to link two pages together, you're gonna import the Insta like page. Put it separately outside of the artboard. So this is the artboard, if nobody knows. This is an artboard, which is the actual canvas that you're gonna work on. Outside of it, nobody will see that. You can put reference images, buttons that you don't know for sure if you're gonna add. and other things that you don't want people to see on the actual application. So now that we have a reference, we want to add this little bar with the battery and the time. File, import. Go to the assets, icons, and choose the phone bar. Import. Does everyone follow? Do I need to go slower? Darwin says, please don't sue Instagram. That's fine. Okay, so I cannot see anyone writing in the chat. Hopefully everyone can see me. Okay. Can you write in the chat if you can still hear me? Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Robert. All right, so now that you have the phone bar on your canvas, you can make it bigger or smaller by dragging these handles. That means you scale it down or up. Let me put it back the way it was. If you hold Shift, it will keep the scale properties so it doesn't distort it. So you hold Shift and then drag this handle until you make it smaller. So it'll fit the screen. I'm making it bigger so you can see. What is good about the Adobe XD is that it will make sure that it's in the right lines and it's very well put in on the canvas, very symmetrical. It's very comfortable to create a prototype. All right, after you put this on here on the artboard, we want to create the rest. So for now, we want to create these separation bars or rectangles. So to create that, you go on this tool section. Does everyone see? And you can choose the rectangle. These are shapes that you can create to add special assets that you can't find in pictures or things on the internet. So you can make a little rectangle. Let's try to make it look kind of like it is here. I think it looks pretty good. It looks white, so it's fine. Here on the right, if you can see, there's this property panel where you can change the thing that you actually created, the rectangle or even the image. So on the right, if you want to make it have a little bit of border here. So this is with border and without a border. And then if you want to fill it with different colors, you can choose this box, fill. And you can make it different colors. For now, we want it to be white. And then we want a kind of gray border, so you can barely see it. This is too much. I'm going to make it even lighter. I think this is good. Does everyone follow? If you want to get the top bar, you go to File, Import, go to the Assets folder from the Google Drive. In the Icons folder, it's called, let me see, maybe I can find it here. Phone bar. Did you find it? All right. One thing you need to know, if you have this bar on top of something else, you want it to go behind the bar, behind the top bar. So you click the right click. You right click and go send to back. That way, you're going to have like a layer there on top of each other. And this bar is going to be underneath. Oh, actually, we need to create this bar with the Instagram. So it's going to be a little smaller. Oh, and if it's gray, that means you wanted to make it this color. So to create a color that you, a specific color that you want from a picture, you just take the this color picker. Do you see the color picker here? Look, I can even show it. And it will pick the color that you want. It's like a, oh, sorry. It needs to be this part. It's a little more gray than the lower bar. All right. Now you import the other assets. We want to put a logo. I'll add a logo that I created for a client. So we don't use the actual Instagram logo. All right. You go to the assets folder, go to logo, import. And again, hold shift and then move this, drag these handles to scale it up and down. And if you want to make it even more comfortable, there's on the right, it says responsive resize. You can make sure that it's enabled, and that way it's gonna, you know, keep the proportions for you. We're gonna make it, add it here on the bar. Let me know if you can see well, if you're uncomfortable, and I'll adjust the screen for you. Okay. Add everything, actually. All the icons that we have, go to the assets folder. Choose all the icons in the icons folder, import. So we have all these cool icons, put them separate, higher than the artboard so you can see them well. And let's actually make this more organized. So with Adobe XD, it's comfortable because you can create these elements. So if you go on the bottom left of Adobe XD, you're going to have assets here, layers, and plugins. Choose assets, and that way you're going to be able to add every single element in this bar, so you can later use them for other, you know, pages. So let's start with the logo. You have to click on the logo, and then click on this plus sign on components. All right. We have a logo. If you want to rename it, right-click, rename, and write logo. All right. Now we want to have all these other icons added there. So you click on the icon, click on the plus sign. I wrote one because I want you to rename it yourself. So you right-click, rename, and write home black, or whatever you like. Then all right, we have the Instagram icon, the photo icon, rename, write camera. There's one icon that I can see it here. Oh, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be. Okay, so you have to add every single icon in there. So I'll do it really fast. Rename, heart, heart black, add photo icon. This one will rename send message. The search bar, the save for later icon. I think that's all we need. All right. Do you follow? Do you need me to explain anything? We're good for now? I'll take that as a yes. All right. So we want to put this in here. So what you need to do is just grab the camera, drag it to the artboard, and it's going to appear. You resize it to be smaller. Make it look very similar to the app. It needs to be a little smaller. All right. So if you move it around, you'll see that Adobe XD actually makes it easier for you to make it symmetrical and align well. We have the logo, we have the camera icon. Let's put the send message. The same thing, you drag from the components, put it on your artboard, and then make it smaller. I like holding shift because it's more comfortable for me this way. I'll even make it smaller. All right. So far, so good. Now that we have the top bar, let's create the photos, right? So what you do, go to File, Import, go to the Assets folder, Photos, and then put everything that you have there. Import. Put it outside of the artboard to see your artboard well. This is, by the way, my puppy. His name is Midnight. I just wanted to show him off. He's so cute. He's actually bigger now. This is when he was a month ago. He grew 10 pounds, probably even more. All right, let's go back. So we need the circle photos. This is me. You take my photo. So you wanted to make it a circle, right? So you have to create a map. You go to the left where the toolbar is, choose the circle, ellipse. That's what it's called, right? Choose the ellipse, and then you hold shift and drag a circle on top of my head. Did everyone understand what I did? You take the circle, the ellipse, you click on it, and then drag a circle holding shift, the shift button, on top of my head. Now you choose both the photo and the ellipse, the circle, right click and click mask with shape. Now you created a circle photo. All right. Did everyone understand what I did? Hopefully. I'll take that as a yes. All right. Hold shift and make it smaller to fit the screen. Right? I think this is good. Probably bigger. All right. Oh, we need another rectangle. To create this little rectangle here, you go back to the tools, click on the rectangle tool, and you drag a rectangle here. I'll make it this big. We have it filled like this. It's good. I'll make it underneath. Right click and send to back. So it'll be underneath the top. I want the border to be a little lighter. So I click on the border and make it much, much lighter. All right. I can even, if you want to create a shadow, you click on the rectangle and click on the shadow. Check that shadow box. And it'll create a shadow for you. I think the shadow looks better. This one looks good too. Perfect. Does everyone follow? All right. Now that we have the rectangle, we put this circle photo here. Let me make it bigger for you. All right. Maybe the rectangle should be bigger. There we go. All right. So we have a circle photo. We want to create this little button. We go back to the ellipse. We create a little circle. Hold Shift to make the proportions right. We want to make the same color as this one. Take the color picker in the fill. Choose the blue. Uncheck the border. And we have this little button. Let me go closer. It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Now we're making the little cross. So you take the line tool on the left and then drag a little line along that circle. And then you see you have border here on the right. You choose the white color and it will become white. If you want to make the size bigger, you choose size and then write down on your keyboard for, no, this is too big. I'll do 2. If you want to duplicate something, anything, it can be a photo, it can be a button, it could be a logo, whatever. You hold the Option key on the Mac or the Alt key on the Windows. You take the thing and you drag it somewhere. So it duplicates. One more time. There we go. You can move it by taking one of the handles. If you hold Shift, it will do a symmetrical rotation, and you made a circle. I mean, you made a cross. If you want to choose 2 things at the same time, click on 2 things at the same time and drag them both, you have to click one and hold Shift, click the other. So I chose one line, then I hold Shift, I chose the other one, and then I can move the whole thing so it can be a little bit in the middle. All right. If you want to lock a layer, if this is making you uncomfortable and you want this to stay, you go to the layers. On the bottom left, layers, you choose the rectangle, and then right here, it's a lock icon. You click on the lock icon. I locked these things, so it will be more comfortable. Does everyone follow? So now I can drag this button without touching the rectangle and put it here. Pretty good. So we want to create this circle image and make many of them across horizontally. To do that, Adobe XD has a very comfortable tool. So you click on this photo, then you click on the right on the properties panel. You click repeat grid. You'll have this green border and you'll drag it. Boom! This is one of my favorite things. I'm gonna move these so I can work with my artboard better. A cool thing about Adobe XD is, okay, I wanted to scroll because I want to show people, oh, this is a scrolling section. It's very easy. First of all, you make it so the space in between the photos can be as the way you want. So for example, I want it to be like this, so people know you're gonna have to scroll, right? You click on this section with all the photos, and on the right, you have this horizontal scroll button. You click on that, and you'll scroll. Let's see that we need to take the whole thing actually with this too. All right. So if this happens and you want the other photo to show up, you just move this handle, the blue handle, and it will be fine. All right. So if you want to see how your section works, you can always preview it on the upper right button called Desktop Preview. If you click on that, you can scroll yourself. All right. If you see this little button does not scroll with my photo. Yeah, it's true. It's cool. So we want to fix that. Let's go back. Close the preview mode. You go in here. Double click on this section so you can choose the photos. Try to double click again. You can choose this and then this. Oh, to make this work, we need to group the stuff. Okay, so first you choose this circle, then hold shift, choose the line, hold shift, choose the other line, and now on the keyboard, click Control G, and that will group. You can also go on Object and then Group, I think. Let me see. If I click on this photo and then this button, and I want to group, Control G. Let's see if it worked. All right. Did it work? Now I can scroll. All right, go back. Let's ungroup grid. Remove the horizontal scroll now. See if this will work. If it didn't work, we can do it again. No problem. All right. Sorry for the technical difficulties. All right, we will have to group this photo again. No problem. File, import. That's the life of a designer. We have to try and fail and then try again and then succeed. Okay. I'm going to remind you again. You take the circle, drag it across the face. Choose both. Right click, mask with shape. Now I'm creating the button. Choosing the color of the button. Oh, that's the border. No problem. The fill, choosing the color of the fill. Perfect. Now I create this the cross. Make it white. How can I get the gray background behind impact groups? Okay, 1 second. I made the size. Okay, let's put the gray background behind. So if you have this gray background, unlock it first. And then, do you know how to unlock it? You go to the layers on the bottom right, bottom left, and then you unlock the rectangle. You right click on the rectangle and then click send to back. This one has to be actually to back. Send to back means you put the layer the farthest back that you can. When you right click and you send backward, it goes one layer backward. But sometimes you have to know where the layers are, and it's gonna take a while. You just do send back, send to back. Understood? So I'm making the circle smaller. Okay, cool. All right, trial and error. Don't worry, we got this. We make this smaller. Put it here. Let me know if I'm too fast. I'm just trying to make this as fast as I can to go to the next thing. All right. I'll make it even smaller. Make the cross. Option, oops, Shift, made it horizontal. I made this button. Perfect. Now that I have it, you have to group it. Or we should make actually this as a symbol. Click on the line, on the other line, on the circle. So holding Shift, you click on all of them. Control G to group them. And then on the components in the assets section, components, click on the plus button to make this a component. I'll rename it plus. All right. Now click on the photo, then on the plus. Control G, you just group them. If you want to ungroup, I think it's, you click on both. No, let's see, object. Ungroup. If that's when you want to ungroup. I just want to take this as a separate component to make it easier for us. So you clicked on the image, you hold Option or Alt, you drag it to duplicate it, right? Click on it, make it a component. I rename it photo. We'll have it here. Now you can group these two together. Click on one, click on the other, holding Shift, Control G. You group them. Now that you have this other photo, I'll put it here. You see when I move this, Adobe XD automatically calculates when it's symmetrical. So repeat grid. Go back. If you want to go back, click Control Z. That's undo. I'm going to repeat grid for just this one. You click on this one, repeat grid on the right, then drag this. It's 3 images. That's pretty good. Yes. All right. And then we make this a scrolling thing. So you click on the horizontal scroll. Let's see if it works now. Yes, perfect. It worked. All right, any questions so far? All right, so we want to save this. Sweet, awesome. We want to save this, right? So you go to File, save, if you're going to save on the Google Cloud, or not Google, the Adobe Cloud, or whatever cloud it is. If you want to save as also the cloud, if you save as local document, you can save it on your computer, and you can name it Instagram recreate, for example. You save it. That way you'll have this saved, so you don't lose it, right? All right. Let's create this bottom thing, so we can connect some buttons with other pages, right? Let's try this. I have a rectangle. So if you remember, you take the rectangle tool. I want to see it. Let me put it closer. All right. I took the rectangle tool and I make this section. All right. I'll make it smaller. We don't need the gray one on the bottom. That's my phone screenshot. We'll just do the Instagram one. So we want to add all those buttons there, right? This looks pretty good to me. I would add a shadow. But if you want to change the shadow's location or position, underneath the shadow, there's an X, Y, and B. You put Y, you change 3 with -3, and it's going to go up, the shadow. The shadow is going to go up. This is pretty good. I don't want the border. I don't like it. Perfect. You can make it smaller, like -2, so it's not too visible. And then let's create the buttons. On the left, you have the home black. You drag it to the artboard. Awesome. I want to make all the icons the same size. So I'm going to go to my right, properties. You'll see here W, which means width, and height, H. You want to lock the aspect ratio, right? So you lock it, you click on the lock, and then you put the height 30. Made the height 30. You put the icon here. Looks pretty good. Now you do the same thing with the search bar, with the plus, with the heart, and with my photo. Perfect. So let's do this one first, the plus add photo, because I want it to be in the middle. So I'm going to lock it again, click 30. I'm going to put it here in the middle, drag it in the middle. And if you see here, Adobe XD already knows where the middle is. Perfect. I don't even know. I don't even need to do anything. So go to the search bar, lock it, click 30 on the height. Right. Put it here. The heart, lock, put 30 for the height, drag it, and then my photo, lock, put 30. So tiny. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. I would make it a little bigger. I'll put 32. There we go. Sometimes you just need to figure out if it's good, if it's good for you, if it looks good for you. Seems good. Control S means save. Or you can go to File and Save. I already saved. But this, if you didn't save, this will be the right color. So I recommend saving as much as you can, because you don't want to lose anything, any progress. For now, we have a good amount of stuff. So we want to create a new page, right? Move this further. We don't need it for now. So we want to duplicate this because we don't want to do all the work again, right? To do that, you go on the right, on the left button, on the layers, or maybe artboards. Let's see. All items. Yeah. Insta homepage. Oh, that's not my. Okay. All right. If you click on the artboard, let's see if I can duplicate it. Control D. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Oh, okay. So let's go back. If you go to the layers, this is the buttons and the assets that you created. But on the top, you see iPhone X, XS. If you go back, it will go to the artboards. And if you click on this layer, iPhone X, XS, you Control D, meaning duplicate, and it will create a new artboard for you. But it will be the same as the first one. Got it? All right. So we want to recreate this one, right? This is my like page. So we want this heart to become a black heart, right? We go back to assets, drag the black heart here, lock it on the right, lock it, create, click 30 or put 30, and then replace it. I would delete this one and then replace it here, and it will show me where to put it. All right, saved it. Control S to save. All right, so this will become this. This one, we don't need it. Click on it and on the keyboard, delete. All right, we want to create the activity. So the logo disappears, click delete. The camera disappears, click delete. The message disappears, click delete. What we want to add text. So go on the left where the tools are. Click on the text. And then just click on that rectangle section. Let me go closer. We want to write activity, right? So we write activity. All right. We want to make it look kind of like this. So if we want to change the text, we go to the right, the properties panel, and then here you have the text section. We're gonna choose a different font. So you can click on it actually. Click on Helvetica New, and you not scroll down, but on the keyboard, click on the down button, and it will change for you. I think this one looks pretty similar. Let's see if I can make it bold. No, this one doesn't have a bold. Okay. How about this one? Activity. I chose the Inai Mathi font. You can choose whatever you want. Click on the bold. So where it says regular, there's a arrow down, and you click bold. And we want it to be a darker color, right? You go down on the fill button, choose a fill, and then make it darker. I think this is pretty good. I chose the 29, 29, 29 color. All right, activity is done. If you want to have, the same kind of text, you just click on this, hold Alt or Option key, drag it down, and you duplicate it. You duplicated it. And now you double click on it, to change it and write new. Probably needs to be a little smaller than the other one. So we go here to the text underneath the font. This is how big the size is, the font size. So you do 18. We can even make this activity one 22, and then this one will be 20. All right. All right. Now that we have 10 more minutes, I'm gonna try to connect these two, okay? So we want this artboard or this page to connect to this one through this button, the heart, right? So what we do, there we go. We go to prototype on the top left, right? And then we choose the item we want, right? The button. And then you drag this blue arrow to the other artboard. What it told Adobe XD is, please, if the user click this button, go to this page. You save, Control S, and then you try to preview. So you click preview. Let's see if it worked. We can scroll here, awesome. And then when you click the button, it goes to the new page. Isn't it awesome? If you go back, how about this button? We want to go back, right? So we drag it to the other artboard. So now this button goes to this artboard or page, and the home page button goes back to this page. Let's see if it worked. Yes. All right. We went to this page. If we click the home page button, it went back. If we click the heart button, it went to the new page. Got it? All right. Do you have any questions? All right. Let's try to make this again. So we have a photo here. Awesome. And then we want to add more text. You duplicate it by holding Alt and dragging. So we double click to change the text. And I want to write this. Rada Ursu liked your video. If you want to change the only a section of the text. All right. What's going on? 1 second. We are in prototype. Just go to design when you want to design if you're having trouble. So you double click on the text, choose the text, and go here on the right and change it to regular. Liked your video. Awesome. If we want to add the image right there, just choose this image from the assets that you have. Make it smaller, hold shift, right? It's pretty good. Seems pretty symmetrical. Now we want to make this replicated and repeated, right? So you drag to select all of them. You repeat grid, and now you go down. So you want to scroll down, right? Make a bigger to go out of the page. And now maybe change the size of in between the photos, right? This looks pretty good. All right, now we want to make it vertical scroll. So you click on the right vertical scroll on the properties panel, and then you can adjust how much people will see before they scroll. Control save. Let's see if it worked. Go on the preview. You can scroll here. You go on the other page. You can scroll here. Yay! That's awesome. It looks almost like an Instagram page. It's pretty cool. Awesome. Control S, save. All right. So if you want to share your prototype with anyone, you don't have to worry about the assets around here because nobody will see. So you want to share these two with the people, right? So you go to share on the left up. Always save it, Perla, correct. Click on share. It will show you what stuff that you'll be sharing. On the right, you're going to have link settings. Here, view settings, you can choose it. Okay, this is for user testing, for example. Link access, you want to have a password, invite people, or have anyone with a link. For now, we'll choose anyone with a link. And then you create link. And this link you can use, send anyone you want. You copy. And then you can actually, let's see if it works. If you open it, you'll be ready for users to test. There it is. Oh, that's awesome. Let me scroll. Yes, it worked. Went to the heart, scroll down, clicked on the home page, went back to the home page, and scroll left, scroll right. This is awesome. Okay, I'm glad that it worked. All right, if you want to go design again, you go back to the up left design, and then continue your design. And then you can update that link every time you add something new. Does anyone have any questions? We are done with the workshop, yay! All right, I guess nobody has any questions. Hopefully you understood everything, yay! If you have other questions, you can ask me on Discord or connect with me on LinkedIn. Do I have the LinkedIn? I'll give you the LinkedIn link and you can connect with me. Let me send you. Oh, you're welcome, Kate. Anytime. Hopefully you understood it. It's very intuitive, especially if you know Adobe Illustrator. It's very easy to use. There's lots of other things that you have to, find out about it, but this is the basics. You're welcome, Alexander. I will stay for a few more minutes to answer some questions, and other than that, the workshop is done. Thank you, Perla. Thank you, Liz. Krishan, right? Have a good evening, Kate. Oh, thanks, Jose. You're the best. That's funny. Are you ready to do the other sessions? Oh yeah, Liz, can you go over how you got the pic of you in a circle? Yeah, sure. Let's go to my photo. I can even use a different photo. So we want the picture of my beautiful puppy. So you go to the left, you click the ellipse, the circle. Then you drag a circle on the on top of the picture, holding shift. because you want a circle, right? If you hold shift, the proportions will be perfect. All right. You click on the left up. This is the select tool. You put the circle over the face. Then you click on the photo and then on the circle, holding shift. So you select both at the same time. It is a cool software. So you chose both at the same time. So that's good. Now you right click and then mask with shape. And then it created a circle. Created a little mask on top of the photo. Did you understand, Liz? Look how cute he is. Liz, did you understand? Hopefully. I don't see anything in the chat, but hopefully you understood. All right. 2 quick questions. How do you make the picture scroll? Oh, yeah. So you usually have to select everything. And how do you link the buttons? Yeah. So let me see if I can do it with these photos. So you select all the photos and then click on vertical scroll or horizontal scroll. And then you choose how big this section will be with scrolling, right? So it's on the right, on this properties panel on the right, it has a vertical scroll or horizontal scroll. If your pictures are down, you choose the vertical scroll. If your pictures are left or right, you choose horizontal scroll. And then when you look in the preview, oh, this is not on my artboard, but if you look in the preview, you'll be able to scroll. Let me put it here. Let me see. There we go. And then the preview, you scroll down and up. Does that make sense, Miguel? Hopefully, yes. I think the chat, yes, okay. And then if you want to link the buttons, all right. Prototype, upper left. You go to your artboard. Choose a button. For example, this one. Or even an image. They will all work, right? Even the logo, even a rectangle, anything. So you click on the button and there's going to be a blue arrow and you drag it to the artboard, to the other page that you want it to go to. So now, if you preview and then click on this, it will go to that page. You go back. And then we also linked this one. So 2 buttons can link to the same page too. Does that make sense? So it's on the prototype panel. It's like 3 different phases. The design first, then the prototype second, and then the sharing is the last. Okay, got it. Perfect. Thanks for good question. Thank you. Questions are always good. All right. Thank you for coming, everyone. That's it for this workshop. And if you have any questions, let me know in Discord. Any questions about design, I can answer. Bye.